We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
What? Ready? Line's 50! Line's 50! Defense, win. Deeper! Line's 50!
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and it looks like Steeler football, it is. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands set.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
You got time right there.
Third and long, it's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Cut.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
That! What, 30? 58, come on. Let's go, D. Snickers. It's going to be a long. Topper. Check safety.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Here's Conner on 1st down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Here we go. Black 20. Hey, watch a slant.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike 54. Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Nice pick.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Jack 16. Check it back. Recon, 132 fighter. 50. These two. Smoke.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
At the 40-yard line.
Like 80. 58 to Mike.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 on the Seahawks 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch twist. Slam.
Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll run here with counter. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Like 20. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal, give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
50. Middle. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Conner, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite.
And he's into the clear. The 40, 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
36. Fair.
Wilson now to throw again. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Seahawks.
Waiting. Get him.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Wilson will throw again. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Third down and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Easy. Show that bench release and go.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will get them one closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 13. Check 13. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop
Here
them.
we go. Black 30. Go, go, go. Here we go, here we go. Tight right, tight right. Hey, 4 down.
Right back to Connor here on first. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
58 to Mike.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 4-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away.
Zero rooting interest in it, but that one hurt.
Well, yeah, you're losing in the 4th quarter. A bad time for a fumble on a punt return.
They had an opportunity. All right, they were sensitive. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they just gave that one up.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Rip left, rip left. Show it up, show it up.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Alert, alert. Hey, high 7.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Watch the run, watch the run.
44.
58.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position.
It got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 76 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
He's not going to get me. Check 52. One day. Rush in.
On the run is counter. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Alert.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over.
Here we go.
But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from the 1.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. And And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Forced out to his left. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Let's go. You tighten up.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. Now it's Wilson, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Flag 20. 58 to Mike. It's just me and you. It's just
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously